ARES. Now, obviously, this is not really the matchup we expected to be seeing. ARES
No.
down in this lower bracket, ready to go up against CLG Red that had a disappointing first showing, really, Snods.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you factor in the first matchup was versus ARES, the favourite for the whole tournament, yes, you know, we should be seeing the potential in the lower bracket. I say lower bracket, the losers match, essentially, of Group B. Then again, the big surprise so far, Jack, is the winner of this goes forward to play versus ARES.
That is true, indeed. Now, ARES into this round, looks like they want to go for a free-player burst over towards Ivy.
Smoke towards lower, flashbang as well, trying to see if they can force a rotation from CLG Red. Still no one budging, still two players close towards Ali as the real hit towards A begins.
Yeah, they go straight through Ivy, burst their way up to meet against first contact. She does find the first flag and the second, but there's a response from Cindy who blows her away, but she needs to try and grab some more. Cindy both go down, but Riley, she is riled up with a Glock and she wants to try and punish some fools that are coming towards her. Has to back off, switches out to the USP. Still a minute left on the clock into this round. They know the location of the bomb, though. They're going to hone in more on that and focus towards it. What she doesn't realize is Promise's location, but it doesn't matter. She still gets the kill. It's all down to Emmy, Snods. A 1v1 versus Riley.
Oh my god, the timing.
They barely brush past each other undetected. This is incredible. She's recovered the bomb as well. She's still got 45 seconds because of the sheer amount of time they had into this round. Emmy has no info whatsoever.
The young gun from CLG Red, about to get her nerves tested in the 1 versus 1. Originally, 1 versus 4, but Riley finds the first towards connector, isolates that player towards the bomb site, and now finds herself with a massive advantage. If she can plant for heaven as well, Jack, no defuse kit for Emmy, bomb is planted in the open. This might be the best individual play we've seen so far.
This could be incredible. Riley just has to now hold, playing close towards connector, just going to be focusing on the angle, slowly repositions though. Emmy sprinting over, making so much noise, spots her out, loses her face, taken down. Riley grabs it, ARES with a spectacular opening round there.
Pause coming through. Maybe a technical. Obviously, we didn't see a pause from CLG Red until the 30th, well, basically until it was all said and done.
Yeah, it was way too far into the game before it would really have an effect. So hopefully things are a little bit different if it goes like that into this one. But the investment from ARES as well, Snods, it's pretty stark. Obviously, 3 MAT 10s and obviously the UMP coming out as well. They're looking for some money. They want a bit of a gamble, a bit of a cash builder.
Yeah, four SMGs. It's going to be 1 kill there for Riley. And they're going to be rallied up and potentially rallying behind that massive play from their teammate. 1-0 up, CLG Red. I mean, they looked shaken earlier. And off of a player like that, that could be enough to send them over the edge. Let's see if their mental fortitude can still live up to the test. See with the force buy coming out. Obviously, Diane just investing into the CZ. Can afford the AWP into the first buy on that way. Smoke's line up to actually the Molotov towards the back of Grey Train. Smoke towards connector, flashes rain over, which is going to be and Finny to save the day.
Tori with the entry as well, takes down Bonita. Just also going to be able to back it up as these MAC 10s are going to be taking themselves off. Working out very nicely for them. The big esports play going crazy. Got in the scout, but blocked by her teammate. Promise, unfortunately, going to be restricting her exit. So that is another kill going to be going over to the MAC 10s. And it's all on Promise to just try and stay alive, ideally. Full investment into armor. She's got a CZ and a scout and a smoke. There is no point in her doing anything too crazy.
Yeah, as well when you consider the fact that she can save the scout into the next round, drop over the CZ, has the smoke she can deploy maybe towards T main, have a 4-man stack towards the B side, hope that CLG Red, or sorry, ARES actually rush in towards the B side if they stack it, or vice versa towards A. Nevertheless, they will go 2-0. 3 players surviving, frags found by the SMGs as well. So now a slow leaves the money. Free fire coming out from Tati, but unfortunately the time or the round will eventually conclude. As you go into round number 3 though, moving the MAC 10 still for ARES. As of course it's now going to be the full eco from CLG Red. The save CZ can be dropped over to Diane. Scout kept obviously for Promise. And she's the only player winning Kevlar as well.
Slow round from ARES here as well. Obviously just trying to take it as it comes.
Yeah, no reason to obviously overface the scenario. You're holding for the aggression from CLG Red. We've seen so far as well in the female tournament, a lot of the ecos have been stack rushes or simple rushes towards mid and A long, for example, on Cobblestone, or Mirage rushes towards B, rushes towards A. And actually maybe the slow, steady style of play may come back up.
Out, Tatty struck these frags will be able to do some damage in the end, but there's the response. CLG Red actually looking like they might be able to squeeze this one out now, Snods. Into a 3 versus 2. Cindy's low as well. Attack down is just 21 HP. Riley, though, is still looking quite healthy. She's prepared for this as they begin to back off. Oh, Diane nearly catches her on the rotate, but she will be able to get away.
Completely giving up the B bomb site for free. The bomb will go down. Cindy can hold off the rotations as well as he finds the frag onto Diane. 2 versus 2. Bomb is planted now. So it will be Riley with the kill eventually going down. Cindy on just 20 points of health, and the Molotov towards heaven. Might be enough to draw the peak from Cindy, and she's going to have to run through the molly here. She might actually do it. She's in front of the molly. Oh, that's such a big blunder.
Oh, this could be ridiculous, Nods. Benita forced the push out in this scenario. Will actually find the frag. Luckily, he's able to retreat back over there and actually pick this one up. That could have been awkward.
That could have been extremely awkward. She stay. Ooh. She's got it. 1 second left to spare, essentially there. 1-2, and the Molotov going so deep in towards heaven. Cindy able to jump over the Molotov, finds the frag on the player defusing, unable just to fall back in time though. 1 second left on the defuse. And Benita will find that round. So 2-1 here as we go into round number 4. Obviously the instant force by coming out from ARES. They will be able to afford the coming out from Saturn. Galil and 3 AKs has already toured with her AK. Charging out towards Green Train. It will be taken down.
Well, there comes the damage as well. The pain train's arrived. And back round that headshot and the follow-up. Luckily, Diane is able to back it up as well. Comes through as they punish Riley with the AWP. They're 2-2 apiece now.
2-2. ARES went for the force by the last round, obviously losing versus the Eco from CLG Red. And now just $2,000 across the board, going to be going for the save into this one. Have the one flashbang onto Desecute, but apart from that, all they can really conjure up here is the bomb plant. That's the main focus when you're in an Eco like this. Try and get the extra $800 into that fly round. Could be the difference between 5 AKs and 1.
That was quick.
Line up there of ARES players as we go into round number 6 now. AWP for Diane, and look at the sudden shift in terms of the advantage between these two teams. $10,000 there. Well, drops over an AWP, I believe she does. So Benita had 10K in the bank, but it will be the double up setup now coming up from CLG Red. Diane and Emmy going to be working with us.
So it's double up setup as well. See how prolific actually is going to be. One of them already out of commission. Emmy's been taken down, striked upon by Cindy there. She was quicker.
So smart there from Cindy. Boost comes out towards Team Main on the wooden pallets. Grants them vision over the smoke, and they find the first frag towards Green Train. And actually, Benita expecting the shuffle of the positions from ARES. She pushes in towards Team Main. Has the information that's going to be coming towards B. Diana, unfortunately, able to find one frag, but with Finny, able to get the refrag onto Tatty. And now our 3 versus 3 is actually ARES going to be changing and shifting their gaze towards the A site, and only Benita actually left team towards Whitehall's, and now with the adjusted shot there onto Promise, the A site is completely barren.
Yeah, that was a big one coming out. Benita, she has to try and really do work now into this round. Ideally gets the first entry, but is traded back, and it falls nearly down to just a 1 versus 2. Riley and Dushku as well, they're prepared to try and deal with this as they do play from defensive angles. The bomb's down. This is going to be an awkward round here for CLG to try and pick this one up. The face will come through. Riley going to get in from the rear, find the kill with the AK, and that is going to be able to tie it up 3-3.
CLG Red, though, obviously having so much cash left to work with. Great play there from Cindy to find the first frag. Obviously, the re-aggression from Benitez towards team main. Spots no one there. They expect a heavy B play, but a great mid-round call from ARES. They shift down towards Pop Dog, come in towards the A site. Incredible shot as well, the ult from Cindy. Grants the A site for ARES, and of course, in the 3 versus 2, once the bomb is planted, they claim their 3rd round. It will be the buy from both teams. No AWP for Cindy, and obviously she was a playmaker in the last round. Galil instead for Tori as well, so the money for ARES is on a knife's edge. CLG Red on the cusp of getting the reset here versus ARES.
Just playing that slower style of CS here as well. If they did actually go for that extended peek and try and take the fight towards B, Diane is there, armed with the AWP. Tori actually making the first bit of contact here towards Ivy. Has support with Riley, as they will try and go for their play in. Promise is forced back because of the Molotov, so it will actually restrict them a little bit as well. I mean, he's there, just focusing in with the AWP snods, which needs to try and find these frags.
Boost coming in towards the boxer alley, trying to see if they can spot any players towards Hell, towards Green Train, towards a site outside Pop Dog. But instead, first frag found by Benita. And a 5 versus 4. Cindy as well gets another frag. Being promised from behind. That spots 2. Leaves just Cindy and the 1 versus 4. We've already seen a 1 versus 4 earlier on from ARES, but this time it will be silenced. So far, I mean, if we take the 1 versus 4 out of the equation, Jack, this has been fairly one-sided for CLG in the buy rounds so far.
Yeah, that is true. They've been looking very effective. This time around it's a whole lot better as well, obviously. Over on their CT side on Train now, they actually have the cash to keep that economy going and get themselves into a position to play the style of CS they want. The double AWP setup is obviously so lucrative when you can don it, so it's definitely going to pay a difference for them. Everyone's just going to be Zerg rushing their way towards the safe side of the side there, just hoping to achieve something. They're just getting picked apart as you'd expect. Cindy actually does upgrade herself to an AK, finds the follow-up frag. Snot, they brought it back into a round for them. All it's left is on one woman over on the side of CLG Red. She's got to try and go huge into the round. It's a 1v2. She's unaware of their locations, barely realizes where DishQ was, and it's too little too late. Strikes against her with the AWP. Keeping it tied up, but that is ridiculous. They've been able to go so wild into that round.
These rounds that CLG are able to lose are just so favoured towards themselves. A 1 versus 4 with a pistol versus a full eco from ARES as well. Find the entry frag. Cindy in towards connector finds 2 as well. 2 massive whiffs from Diane with the AWP. Gives them just too much space, too much to work with. And of course, as soon as the buy rounds come to fruition, feels like CLG Red just up the gear and suddenly play a lot more sensible. Find the first frag in towards Pop Dog, so the aggression does warrant themselves the first frag. And now things get a bit awkward for ARES. Do they group back towards B? Do they go for B upper control now? But instead it's going to be Cindy once again finding the first pick onto Emmy towards Green Train. For the 2nd time running now with this AWP in towards team main, Cindy finds the entry. And we've seen how good ARES are at trading the 1-player advantage, or the advantage of that, into a round victory.
Tori trying to make this play over towards the B site, obviously leading her army now as they slowly aggress down towards it. It's going to be a bit of an awkward one. It's just one person stacked on the site. Tori going to clear it first as they slowly go for this play, trying to work out what's going on. Cindy finds the frag as well, and that is the catalyst now to spark the round off, get the bomb down, smoke it out, block off those lines of sight, force CLG Red into a very unfavorable position here.
4 versus 3. No defuse gets run out of CLG Red, just 2 flashbangs to work with to the frags. So crucial to find the first one, the second as well for the promise. 3 versus 2. Molotov there for DishQ, so she can dish it out towards the default plant. Now in the 2 versus 2, sandwiched in from behind towards connector, towards Heaven as well. The Molotov is thrown out, but not before she dies.
Can she clutch this round out? Snot's 44 HP. They're focusing towards her. She's got a flashbang and a HE to work with. Flash over. They're going to be going for the hard stick on the bomb. She needs to push through. Denied by Diane. And it looks like they're going to grab it just in the nick of time. Lucky they were able to stick it there as well.
5 to 4. 3 versus 4 there. We saw the B-bomb site. No defuse kits. Just 2 flashbangs. No smoke as well. So you think that Molotov is going to be so crucial in that round. Like, chuck the Molotov out when there's 15 seconds left. There's no defuse kit. Round's over, right? Instead, though, they find the frags, potential overfacing from ARES. They give up too much ground into one thing.
Frags coming through now as well, as you can see the damage being done to the M4. Oh, the AWP as well as Diane has actually been incredibly crisp now in this matchup. It has been paying dividends for them. And the M4 going to be looking good as they start to pick them apart.
6-4 then. As it is the 2-round advantage now for CLG, but obviously, finally they're able to win versus the eco from ARES. We see another buy around, of course, Cindy able to afford the AWP. Able to find a pick in towards, well, from team main in towards green, training towards Ali. Every single round she's had it so far. It will be B upper control, secured by ARES. And actually an early smoke dished out there by Raffini. So we could be seeing an eventual late execute potentially towards the B bomb site. No smoke to counter the execute towards the ramp, obviously. A lot of the times you'll see the B anchor player wait for the execute to come. He'll smoke the lower ramp, and obviously the T players are forced to jump through a smoke at close range. Very easy round for that anchor towards B to win. Minutes enough on the clock. Bomb still towards B spawn. Just a slow default as ARES take control across the map.
Yeah, ARES just spacing themselves out. Trying to attempt to gain map control where possible. You will see Benita just kind of play for the close angle on Pop Dog. If there is a fight through, she needs to be ready to actually ward this off, or things could go a little bit awkward. 49 seconds left on the clock now as the takes away. Flashbang through, it drops down. Benita needs to peek into the first headshot in incredible fashion. Takes them both down in second. Cindy will return the favor though as she fires back against them. Her teammates falling quicker and quicker by the second, and it's all on her dish queue now to try and really punish them and finish this one up. Cindy lands the first, has to bound out of there though. 2 remaining CT side players. The bomb is down in a bit of an awkward position, but it is recoverable. But she's only got 20 seconds to make a snap decision and try and decide how she wants to play this one out. Going to adjust her weaponry here. Grab an AK instead to make it easy for her to slay as she tries to push in. She goes down anyway, caught off guard there, executed by the AK. CLG Red looking pretty good on this CT side here on train. 7-4 is the scoreline.
Yeah, Cindy having no idea that Raffini already rotated out from connector. Obviously, when she was on top of blue train, Raffini was already in towards default, playing towards stop sign, so they could obviously play off of each other towards green train and stop sign. Very hard round there for Cindy to win. Still though, dented the economy for CLG Red just a little bit, but the issue is right now for ARES, they're conceding far too many rounds in a row. It's going to be the eco as well for them into the current round. Should be seeing an 8-4 scoreline now coming to fruition. And when you factor in they had the 2-2 advantage after this round, CLG Red have been running rampant.
It's very true. Obviously this time around, definitely ARES aren't just going to be obliterated with the pistols, but they will still get the ball down and get themselves some extra cash to play with. Response goes through, just tackle left. Trying to stay alive, but I think some pops of heads executed by Emmy there as the site will be retaken. CLG Red will grab their 8th round.
CLG Red then already winning the half essentially. Best case scenario now for ARES is an 8-7 finish. So let's see. Once again, the double op setup coming up from CLG Red. Emmy wielding the secondary op, and obviously Diane wielding the main. But we've seen Emmy sort of struggle in the op versus Cindy. Lost the duel twice now. Thankfully for CLG Red, there's no op in Cindy's hands. Instead, it's going to be a 5 AK line. Once again, the Cindy coming out from ARES. 2 towards Pop Dog, 1 towards Team A, 2 towards Ali. We haven't really been seeing the most Ali presence. Typically, you'll see the smoke towards backlines, the Molotov towards the right side. You'll take Ali control. You would time it with the players towards Pop Dog when they took their Pop Dog control. And suddenly, you'd pincer the A site from Pop Dog, from Team Main, and through Ali simultaneously at once. Oh, the smoke's actually coming out towards the A site. So an execution this time, Jack. ARES showing us that they went over in the server. Is it going to still pay out, though?
Well, let's see. They've blocked off their vision. They have smoke walls up across the board. They're isolating the CTs, and they're keeping them composed. The damage has been done as well as the double headshot comes through. Promising to lead her down and out. Diane as well, trying to stay alive. She gets the back shot off on towards Riley. She's all dealing damage, but it's way too little and way too late. And they're all going to crumble away. ARES looking good as they go for a set-piece play. And it actually works out fantastically for them. The rebuy comes back in as well, only taking 2 casualties. 5-8 is the scoreline. If they can get a little bit more out of this, just squeeze it out before the end of the half, ARES might have a fierce CT half.
Will be the fire, though, nevertheless, from CLG Red as they force into this one. Orb once again for Diane. PT50 there onto Raffini. 4 for Benito. We know the fuse kits, so the early frags are crucial into this round for CLG Red as they lack the defuse kit. Down as well for an entry towards Team A, so a 2-player lead now for CLG Red off the back of this force buy. Retrieve the AK as well towards Pop Dog. It's looking like it may go to 9 for CLG Red here as long as they can keep for the momentum they have in this round.
So the ARES team going for this 3-player burst towards ARES again. Will they find a slow the Deagle peak from Promise? Diane Zorp just going huge into the round as one by one they all start to get ripped through by that railgun. Leaving it all on dish queue now. AK to work with Snons, but not really in a favourable position at all. 1 versus 5, not really a chance for her to achieve anything here. And she'll be walking into the unknown as well. This angle is going to be covered. Essentially, she'll be shot in the back of the head and taken down. What? Okay.
Maybe because she went up to the left side, she was close to the window, therefore she wasn't seen? That's the best way to explain that one. Nevertheless, 1 versus 4. Jump head shot. Good try. The smoke comes out, trying to see if she can shroud herself around the smoke. Get the bomb plant down, but unfortunately it won't go that way. 9-5 here. 4-round advantage for CLG Red. More rounds than they got in their first matchup earlier on versus Squared, but obviously Squared seem to be ready for this event, and that's even an understatement.
Oh yeah, they look flawless. Obviously causing Reds to have their first loss in a women's event in over a year, essentially.
I think it's just under a year. I think it's I'll take a look. I'll get back to you. March, early March. So yeah, basically just crazy numbers. Speaking of numbers, Jack, a 1-man lead. A woman. It was a 1-man lead. Yeah, Promise through the smoke as well. We'll connect the headshot onto Tati, so it's a 2 versus 3. P250 for Cindy is all she has. Unfortunately, she's going to be the last one left here for ARES. We'll retrieve the AK, so she has upgraded in terms of firepower. 1 versus 2. Promises the AWP as well, so the fact that she is onto low HP may actually pay no consequence.
Well, Cindy's actually had some fantastic rounds into this one. She's looked spectacular when she needs to. She can definitely pop off. You've still got a minute left on the clock as well. She has armor and a smoke to work with. If she actually isolates this, Promise is the one that's solo. Promise with the AWP, doesn't matter. She's going to spot her out, blow away Cindy, and that is a 10-5 half to CLG Red and their CT side.
Double-digit CT defense then from CLG Red. And what do you attribute it to? I mean, for ARES, they have the 1 versus 4 that came out from Riley. They go 2-0 up. They lose their eco, if you remember, with Benito's overextended Molotov.
Yeah. And
it still goes 10-5 in their favor after conceding the pistol. Great CT defense when they had the double up set up as well. Obviously, Diane playing the rotating position towards connector, towards the default site, stop sign, you name it. Found those early frags. Promise as well for me. Obviously, actually, yeah, top frag into this matchup, 16 frags and 7 deaths. But Promise for me, the MVP of that half. Towards Ali, there was no chance for ARES to gain control. Shots through the smoke, flanks from behind at backlines, where they're trying to split towards the A site through green train every single time. Promise seemed to be there to deliver for CLG Red.
Well then, as we switch things over, CLG Red now over on that terrorist side, and ARES going to be on that CT side. How will things continue on as we get into this second pistol round?
Bomb. Above drop. Sorry, towards cobblestone. Above Pop Dog. As it will be 2 players here towards B from CLG Red as they hold for the aggression towards B upper. Close to the smoke is Tori with a C's and expected the push to come down the rail ramp, but they'll counter rush that strategy actually. Cindy has all the information, they have no idea she's there.
Oh, but it depends on the timing. Benita was there as well. Did Benita clock her and realise what was going on? But Cindy rotating through, going to be spamming off with a CZ, but can't quite find those frags, but takes down Benita anyhow. Damage is being done as they fight the good fight over on the site though anyway, trying to stay alive on the scene of the crime, but Tati with a successful double to finish things off there, and ARES grabbed that second pistol.
And now for ARES, 10-6 down, Jack, and they've still won both pistols in this train game.
Yeah.
Crazy to see that this game's actually nowhere near as competitive as you expect to see. Usually, winning both pistols in a best of one, you'd be attributing them to being in the lead, but instead, CLG Red CT defense, once they had the 4-buys in their court, simply just too much total power here for ARES. Round number 17. There will be the Eco coming out from CLG Red, obviously. They got the bomb planted. They can save this round or buy up AKs into round number 18 once it does eventually go 10-7. And obviously on the flip side for ARES, from their point of view, have the SMGs, MP9, UMP, MP7, and stack up as much cash.
Spam with the famous glory as well. She's trying to make herself a bit famous with this famous if possible, and it's actually been a bit of an issue there as well. An assisted suicide over the side of CLG Red as they dive into the site. Damage is definitely being done. They do get the bomb plant, but ARES will be able to defuse it and continue on with a pretty much flawless round there. No one actually falling down and taking a casualty, so there will be no reinvestments.
Here it comes then. First Byron of the second half. We head into round number 18. 10-7 now. So for ARES as well, yes, they're going to be carrying for the SMGs. UMP are there for Tati. FAMAS there onto Riley. MP9 for Dishq. In close range with the SMGs as well, pushing towards the lower ramp. Actually shooting the feet off of this. Just to be correct there. The bomb was not spotted. And ARES showing 2 players towards B means, is there going to be an instant rotation? Is there going to be an instant reaction from CLG Red towards Popdog, potentially towards the outside bomb site, expecting a weaker defense there? And they would be right. Now they're given too much time. Dishq with her. Should resituate back towards connector.
Emmy with the first there as she trades back. Going down to Cindy. She's fired back on her own. Ooh, damage has been done with the MP9 as well in close range. It's not the really best way you expect things to go. Falling now into a 3 versus 3 as the rotate starts to come back, Snots. They can pincer this one out as well. They're all entering from different points. If they can find the frag on Promise, then it will work out. They'll have the backstab potential and they can isolate this one. Promise as well. Looked lined up for it, but apparently was not ready, not poised at all. No composure there. They've crumbled away. When it came to the crunch, Nods, they knew nothing of the crunch.
That's a very strange outcome for that round, Jack. Double push towards B lower. Fair enough. You have the SMGs. You want to get early frags and early map control with those. A great call from CLG Red, right? You know those 2 players towards B. You show some presence towards Popdog. You force the rotation that comes up from Dishq towards connector. You leave 1 player, Tati, alone towards the B bomb site. You have a 4 versus 1 towards B. Get the first frag. The site's yours. You lose the afterplant. One of the big differences we've seen with the women's event, and obviously next week we're going to see the main event, is the difference in these afterplant scenarios, right? How these top teams play off of each other in those situations, so they don't overface, they don't give up too much ground, and they have such good afterplant positions. Right now for ARES, and for the T side, they've been struggling. If you blinked, you would have missed that round.
Yeah, that was incredibly fast. Just an obliteration. Everyone going to be blown out of the water there as ARES just fired upon them. The firing squad essentially with those M4s was able to pick that one up very, very quickly. Only 1 round away now from equalising this scoreline and getting it back to a 10-10 as we continue on. We're going to delve back into this one. The AWP has now been donned by Diane though. Is that going to be the difference maker on that T side?
So we're about to find out. Okay then, it is a normal default coming out from CLG Red. I thought they were going to have 1 towards B, 2 towards T main. Already, Emmy in towards T main finds the first frag, the young gun. Showing her place in this team with the firepower. She finds Cindy. So 1-man advantage in favour of CLG Red, but Riley towards drop. So I've done the same mistake again, if it's cobblestone. Riley towards Popdog does equalise the numbers.
Well, Tati looks like she wants to go for a bit of a cheeky play here as well, potentially obviously close on towards Ivy. As soon as that smoke dissipates, Promise is going to be open with nothing to protect her, nothing to shroud her, And keep her hidden away in the mist. Street fight comes through as well, but a struggle. And actually Promise comes out on top in that battle.
45 seconds left on the clock. One player towards Ali. And a 1-for-1 exchange towards the White Halls. No shots in towards Pop Dog. Once again, for the second time in this round, a free frag has been given away. But instantly dished back in favor of CLG Red at 1 versus 2. Dish. Q has the defuse kit. Does find the first frag.
Oh, come on, just one more frag is all it takes now for the side of ARES to try and equalize this with the peek as well. Fantastic timing, goes for the face, deals the damage. That's a huge 2K there as well. That is just lunacy as we bring it back now into a 10-10 scoreline stance. They're keeping it neck and neck. This CT side for either side has looked a whole lot better.
My goodness. Riley towards Pop Dog there. Fair enough, the first frag. But the second kill as well, they knew exactly where Riley was. In towards Pop Dog, she has so much forward information. Gets the second frag, turns into a 2 versus 2. Tries to exit towards Connector, gets fragged out by Promise. Obviously, she exits Ali. And the 1 versus 2, ARES now claim their 10th round. And the default's good from CLG. This is the thing, you know, their defaults are strong. 2 towards B upper, 1 towards team A, and that's Emmy. Obviously, having that highly skilled player in Emmy, able to take those duels versus the M4s and the Ops and in towards team main, and ready for the aggression as well towards team main. 2 players towards Ali, your AWPer +1. Usually your supported player or your lurk player, so your lurk would go towards Ali with the AWP. You take Ali control, you can leave the AWP, you can leave the lurker there. Promise obviously in the last round. Go back, do your execution, 1 towards Ali, 2 towards team main, 2 towards Pop Dog, you name it, right? The default is strong from CLG. You can see there's definitely good work that's gone into that one strategically. But when it comes to the execution, Jack, it just feels to me that ARES are able to pick apart CLG Red as they come in towards the sites.
It's true, that's the thing. ARES just look a whole lot better in terms of those hunkered down positions where they just need to play defensive and support each other in those scenarios. They can be incredibly effective. They're good at crossfires, they've got good comms, and it works out as well. They've got the aim to back it up, so if you're going to try and take those fights towards them, you need to try and play with that aggression. You have to have a game plan in mind, you need to be precise about it. If you've got even a slight room of doubt, that's where ARES seem to just be able to capitalize.
As we're all tied up then into round number 21, 10-10. Cindy bringing out the AWP as well into this one. And that's not going to be a good sign here for CLG, as their buy does not bode well for them going forward. 2 UMPs, 3 AKs, decent utility. You know, they have 2 Molotovs, they have 5 smokes, they can go for a smoke or wall execution if they want to. 3 players towards the B upper halls this time. And for CLG Red, especially having the UMPs as well, if they go out through Pop with these SMGs, they are going to get annihilated.
Oh, exactly that. It's not going to work out fantastically in their favor, to be honest with you, so they do try and go for something like that. Well, let's see, as it seems like it is going to be shaping up towards a B play early on. Obviously, you have got the 2 players causing a commotion over towards the A site. Tishku gets the first, so Emmy goes down. Diane as well follows suit. But Promise and Benita actually fire back and get a fair bit of success this round. Here's where things need to go incredibly in their favor, though. They've locked down that B site and actually find these kills. Promise comes through, she eliminates Tori. It's Cindy and Tatty that are on the retake. They've got double molly, you've got 1 smoke and 2 flashes. Both of them have the kits, though. That's going to be the all-important factor. They just need to try and find these tags. Cindy picked apart by Promise, but the flank coming around from Tatty. They seem to have caught wind of it as the push comes through. Tatty gets the first, kicks for the second. They're close to actually finding that frag as she pushes in.
There's no time.
The USP does it. Time. She's going to jump on it. She had the kits. No, it's Tatty will get it. The 11th round in such a ridiculous manner.
It's 1 versus 2 for the second time in a row now for ARES. Promise is trying her heart out. 22 frags so far, 7 for Raffini. The firepower is there for CLG Red. The bomb is planted though, Jack. Obviously, they are onto their maximum round loss bonus. They have lost 6 rounds in a row now. Maximum round loss bonus. Factor in the bomb plan as well. $3,500 plus the plus the $800. They can afford to go for an AK smoke and head armor, which you can see there. 2 2-3 players having that. They have the smokes for an execute. What do you do right now for CLG Red? Are you expecting over rotations from ARES? Do you try and go for smoke towards B lower, force the second player towards B and have a pop take if you have pop control already? Do you try your default out again where you go 2 towards alley, 2 towards pop dog essentially, and 1 towards team main with Emmy on their lonesome? And there you have it. The default once again find themselves the advantage. But this is the issue though, Jack. They always get the first frag. It's in the midst of the round once they try and transition it into the site take. Something goes wrong, and horribly wrong, every single time. As so far on their T side, they've been unable to even find 1 round so far.
Promise, yeah. Gonna try and go for this backstab in Ivy into the late round, obviously, as time ticks down. True play appears to be developing now towards the A side. Tori as well could have a massive drop on him if she doesn't have the confidence to play. Now the firefight has started, it's all on her. Slips her way down, timing's great as well, gets the first, Tori with the second! If she can find the third, it'll be lunacy, but she's been stopped. Stopped in her warpath by Benita there as the spam came back through. Cindy left in a 1 versus 1 against Benita. She can recover the bomb, but she's got 20 seconds. She's wasting so much extra time as well.
She heard her. I think she's heard her.
She looks ready for it. She pushes round, has the angle. Cindy, if she goes for the 3-5 face, but Cindy with a headshot anyway.
Oh. 12-10. Clutch heroics now for ARES so far in the pivotal moments of this matchup. And this is the loser's best of 1, Jack. CLG Red. 7 rounds lost in a row now on their T side of train. Going to be forced now into the quasi-buy. No bomb planted in that last one. This is going to be 13-10 now for ARES. 8 rounds in a row potentially now for this team. And for CLG Red, probably after obviously former Team Secret, now Res, the most recognizable female team could be going home without a single map victory.
Yeah, which is going to be ridiculous stuff there, really, obviously. They want to try and represent the brand, try and fly the banner higher. Right now it is looking bland, Snods, because things aren't going well for them at all. The push comes through, the Molotov is down. Tori going to find the first frag back on towards Diane. The elevated angle is working absolutely brilliantly for her. She's just able to bob and weave. Hit with the uppercuts. Goes down to Benita in the end, though, as the pistol prowess will ever see through. Emmy's in the backline, apparently behind everyone. She's just left getting those hits from the USP. She will fall short, and ARES get themselves 13 rounds on the board now. Things are serious, Snods. We are so close to these defining moments.
13-10. Round number 24. Obviously the quasi-buy in the last round, so we were expecting ARES to be the favourites in that one. Fast play towards Pop Dog, and I like this. CLG Red. Instantly though, the smoke comes out towards Pop Dog. This time, Riley isn't playing in towards Pop. Great read there. Emmy getting aggressive as well, as right now the defaults, the set strategies aren't paving the way for success for CLG Red. Instead, they're falling back onto individual skill, and so far it's working.
Down with the first one towards Riley. She strikes with the AWP. CLG Red still playing it slow though. Not going to overcommit off the back of that and feel overconfident, force their hand into this. Emmy could actually go huge as well. She's slowly tiptoeing around. If she does spot up Cindy, it'll be a nice drag with Igor and into the backline here as well as they're fighting against Tori. Molotov goes down, but they can respond with one of their own. Fight fire with fire, literally. She does run out of there.
The Molotov as well, burning Benita. Down to 40 points of health, 50 seconds left here. Fendi finds the frag. Cindy from above, they find one, goes for the second and wins that duel. Suddenly a 2 versus 2, and actually the bomb making its way towards the B-bomb. So we have Tori here holding the line towards below, and Benita with a knife out.
Oh my goodness, Noz, that is it. That's the downfall right there. Benita getting shot out like that. All of a sudden you just leave it on one person in a 1v2. You have to recover the bomb. Tatty and Tori, the true troublesome Ts that are just waiting to punish. It's a matter of seconds before they spot her out. They're going to play a game of peekaboo as well. Tori says hello, finds the frag with the M4. 14 rounds on the board. CLG Red looking like they're going to be packed home 0-2.
9 rounds consecutively lost now for CLG Red on the T side. I mean, versus Squared earlier, okay, they had a 9-6 CT half, which they lost with 6 rounds, obviously. And then they lost, well, the scoreline was 14-6. They went on to lose 5 rounds in a row. They lost the pistol, lost the first buy round, 5 rounds down, right? We're used to the slow starts from the T side of CLG Red here, but at this point, is the lack of experience really coming to show? Obviously, no more Miss Harvey, no more Claudia. Potter's gone to res. The experience has been picked out of this lineup essentially. And right now you can see they're shaken.
Very true. Let's see if there can be a resurgence. It has to be more than ever. Ares pick up this round. Let me see it pretty with match points. If gets the first, Emmy will fire back as well. But Cindy and Riley, they're fighting. Everything is just going trade for trade as we fall into a 2v2 so quickly. This round's been frantic.
If there's anything I know about a 2 versus 2 with CLG Red involved, is that they lose it.
Gonna go for the play. Here the bomb plot gets the first. The swift headshot tries to pick up the second. Diane took the fight, but Tori will win it. ARES have secured match points. It's round 26. 15 rounds on the board for ARES. 10 for CLG. This is not boding well.
Five match points now for ARES into this one, as they could be sending CLG on a very long plane home back to North America. 5 chances for ARES to go into the deciding match versus Res. No warp here for Cindy. Instead, 5 rifles for the CT side. But then again, what's their opposition here, Jack? 1 UMP for Affini, a Galil there for Promise, 3 AKs as well, and only 2 players with grenades. This surely cannot be the round for CLG. This has to be the 16-10 scoreline, and at that point, 11 rounds lost in a row from the T side of CLG Red.
Yeah, not really the most ideal thing. You'd imagine here as we get into this one, and the damage is already done, but luckily, they'll find the first duel and they will win it. Descu fall back, but she wanted to try and hold her own and see if she could pick up any more frags there. It is a 3 versus 4 into the round. The B site has been encroached. They've been able to secure it, but can they actually lock it down? Riley taking the fight, getting constant tags across the board, but could not convert them into actual frags here. Cindy and Tatty as well, working as a duo, but Emmy on top of the train will take the fight and win it in a fabulous fashion. Tatty goes down. They get the 11th round, and they barely hold on to stay alive.
Well, they finally win a round, Jack. For once it's 15-11. You can see as soon as there's nothing to lose, what do we see? Lo and behold, aggression and the round success for CLG Red. Is that a prime example of the pressure and the nerves getting to this roster? Definitely could be an argument to be had, but they do break the curse after losing 10 rounds in a row. This is the heat goodbye coming out from ARES. So obviously there's no reason for them to take the misses here. They have the momentum in the second half. They have the match point. Don't overbuy, don't overforce, and don't get overzealous.
Trying to help out their teammates as the push does come through. I mean, considering they didn't really even invest into this one, Studs, you have 3 players remaining on the side of CLG Red with barely any HP. You have Riley that's now recovered an AK as well, so she scavenged this Kalashnikov. Oh, this could be filthy. Surely she'll be protected here. Yeah, stuck on the ladder, couldn't quite get up there in time. If timings had been a little bit different, that could have been the closure of that game right there, and that would not have been the manner you'd want to go down in. Obviously, the buyer can now come back through 4 ARES if they wish to reinvest. But actually going to hold on until they get a little bit more healthy economy over on that side, so it'll just be a light rebuy. Tatty going to be going for the scout, though. She's had vastly more cash than her teammates. So, I mean, if that's what they could do with just USPs, it's going to be scary to see what they can do with these upgraded pistols.
Yeah, I'd like to see as well from ARES, they're waiting for their best possible buy. Trying to choose CLG Red to come back into this one. They are obviously missing around, but still going to be match point in their favour. Easy frags found towards B as they go for the 4-player push towards the upper. Leading just catching our last alive with the scout. Molotov will just potentially delay the inevitable, as you can see the pause has been instilled into the next round as we hop into freeze time. I imagine it's going to be a tactical pause going from ARES as they try and discuss and work out what their plan of action is going to be in potentially the final round of this game.
Yeah, that is true. Obviously for ARES as well, this is where the buy comes back out, so they're now going to be on the high ground once again. But will it be over, Anakin?
Maybe. What do you do right now if you're ARES? We know that CLG Red had no success doing their defaults, so they're probably not going to go back to that one in their time of need. The rushes towards outside have been the only 3 rounds they've won so far. Obviously, they had the anti-eco, fair enough, but the 2 buy rounds they won were rushes towards outside of Emmy and Rifeni finding opening frags towards the A side. Do you get aggressive towards Electric, towards Popdog? Do you try and stunt them before they can get out towards Team main? Do you go for an early Molotov set play with HE grenades as well? A very good idea. But instead, I think CLG right now lining up smokes towards the A side. Probably going to be a wall of smokes in. 2 players in towards Popdog. Smokes towards the outside side. Let's see if they can get out here. Or it all could be a ruse. Torre may be the defining factor between CLG Red going home or forcing OT.
Well, just gets the read from it. Nika's already done so much damage. One goes down as well, but then extended their way through. Torre with the first, but she couldn't quite grab a second, meaning they are forced into a 3 versus 2 into this round. Emmy will fast plant as well, wants it done in seconds, so they can now back off and try and get into more advantageous post plants. They have 2 Molotovs as well, Snods. One on Diane and one on Emmy. Diane will be the one to watch though, as she'll be quite critical into the late round. Tatty in the rear, slowly tiptoeing through. Luckily, Diane was holding with the AWP, going to tunnel vision in and find that initial frag. Emmy goes down as Riley sprints back through, realizing that she needs to try and get this one quick smart. Molotov on the bomb, smokes it off. This Molotov will be huge as well. It actually means that they can't push through like that. She just goes for the hold. But luckily, Diane with the CZ able to find the kill will stop it, meaning they get their 14th round on the board. The ARES have nothing to work with. They're pretty broke. The investment will come back out. Looks like it's going to be a full UMP galore buy.
Seems like all those ecos did give up and free up too much space for CLG Red to come back into this one. Great set play as well. They expected ARES to anticipate the set play towards outside. Obviously the wall of smokes, able to sell a good enough fake. Torre gets the 1 frag as well onto Promise. But if there's one thing promised in life, Jack, is death. As they do secure their 14th round, and this could be OT when you look at the buy and the discrepancy between them. As we look at these 2 teams toe-to-toe. 3 UMPs now for the CT side of ARES, 1 FAMAS as well for Tatty, and a 5-7 for Tiscu. Diffuse kits, Kevlar, so there is still a chance, obviously. There will be the smokes lined up towards the A side. The question is like a cat and mouse. Is it gonna, oh my god, watch this happen.
Oh, this could be huge nods. Riley rips her way through him like a razor blade as she gets the first 2 frags, meaning that it's just on Emmy, Diane, and Promise now to try and claw this one back from the jaws of defeat. Obviously, if we see ARES find success here, this will be game, and that will be them working their way through. CLG Red having to board their flight home back to NA. Let's see if they can try and keep themselves alive now. 45 seconds left on the clock as it starts to come to a bit of a stalemate. A lull across the battlefield as there is no initial fight, but Tatty finds another one, takes down Diane. The final 2 musketeers push in. They want to try to achieve something, but they've all been ripped to shreds, Snods. ARES, they take the win 16-14, but in the most ridiculous fashion.
Wow, there you have it. That's the second 16-14 match we've had so far, and both of them have been in ARES. This time, though, for ARES, it does go in their favor. 16-14, just UMPs. I don't know how it happened, but Riley, where was Riley playing? Let's see if I can find out real quick. Number 2. Okay, so she's playing towards Ali, I believe. So somehow, some way, they must have pushed through the smoke. I'm not sure. Crazy.
Who knows?
Who knows?
It was ridiculous.
We don't know. But do you? I'm joking. Anyway, 16-14, obviously a very close matchup there. We thought it was going to be OT. Heartbreaking loss for CLG Red now was... what a waste of time.
Yeah, just completely done for, really. Unable to find 2 success there. Obviously, if you do lose 2 best of 1s, you're out. That's both of their best of 1s done and dusted.
And you can see right there a prime example of experience.
Thanks to the glide of the table pushed across the floor.
That's so annoying.
That was so good.
Anyway, what was I? A prime example of experience versus firepower. Yes, you know, you might have the new additions of the roster providing more headshots in the server, but you saw there, when push came to shove, CLG crumbled.
Yeah, when push came to shove, tables got slid and a slight
Exactly.
noise was made. But we'll be back. Obviously, there is one more game now. It all comes down to this to decide our second semi-finalist from Group B, and then we'll have all of our fixtures ready and known for tomorrow so we can actually delve into that. But that is obviously going to be our last game of the night coming up soon. Stay tuned for that, as it will be here shortly.